Hello everybody, welcome in my new video. Salute to you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And today we're going to talk about great resets. Yes, because there have been a lot of great resets in the past where they have enslaved humanity. They're actively working on a great reset right now to enslave the entire globe, to enslave the entirety of humanity. So in the past this happened before. Our history is nothing more than his story. It all started way back in the day with a small group of Satanists set out to destroy the world and set out to destroy the religion of God. Religion has been totally perverted and has been turned into a way of freeing oneself, into a way of enslavement and a tool of enslavement. But that's not all. Multiple wars have destroyed all the knowledge in the world. But even me, even everybody out there, we get these memories. We have these deja vus. For example, with the Phrygian Cap. I want to explain a little bit more about the Phrygian Cap, and I will go into that into this video. But what happened? Essentially, there is a whole phantom time theory which explains why a lot of history doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense because it's his story and it's not facts. So get that in your brain. We need to revisit history. As Napoleon Bonaparte said, what is history but a lie agreed upon? Now let's go to there. What actually happened? We had this time called the Renaissance. The Renaissance is nothing but a scam. Really. They're trying to hide from us all these technologies, free energy and whatnot, and it was already in use way before. Vibration technologies, you name it. This is what I'm going through also in my channel, and this is what I think that Tesla also was doing. He was doing nothing more than rediscovering older technologies that have been hidden from us. And how have they done that? How have they hidden it from us? First of all, they're hiding it in plain sight. They are still using these technologies outside of our knowledge. But what have they done? More than hundreds and hundreds of years of war and war and war. They went out and genocided people. There were great cataclysms. And not only that, the people of the old world were very gentle people. They became lazy, they became spoiled. They were living in a world full of luxury, full of wealth, full of beauty. They were going to operas, theaters, and living a very pleasant and very comfortable life. They were not used, nor were they ready for war or hardships. And then came the Jews, or the Bolsheviks, the revolutions. What happened in these revolutions exactly? If we go back and we look, for example, the Phrygian Cap in the French Revolution, what really happened during these revolutions? Because after we have these wars, Napoleon Bonaparte comes in power, and except of the people having the power, as in a republic, all the power went to this strange fellow from Corsica, looking like a Jew. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. He was looking like a Jew. I'm just gonna say it, all right? And he became the emperor. Huh? That's what his story is telling us. These wars went through all of Europe and beyond. Yeah, in this time, the empires of Europe went abroad, went to the new world. We have the world's fairs afterwards. All kinds of strange, nonsensical story. And I'm telling you, there's something going on right there. They're just hiding the technologies from us. Yeah, and we got these cover-up stories like Leonardo da Vinci and Nikola Tesla and, for example, Shakespeare, which all of them are actually fantasy characters just to hide for the facts that these are just all things they couldn't hide from the public, so they needed a cover story. Simple as that. So let us go into this video. So first I'm going to share with you the historical information about the Phrygian Cap, also known as the Liberty Cap, and after that we'll go deeper into it. Well, first of all, the Phrygian Cap is the name given to a brimless limp conical cap fitting snugly around the head. It is supposed to have been worn by the inhabitants of Phrygia, a region of central Anatolia in the antiquity. The book Iconologia by Cesare Ripa, first edition in 1593, and other works from 16th and 17th centuries describe and depict the cap. As these works state, the Phrygian cap was worn by liberated slaves in ancient Rome and Greece. It was also worn on special occasions afterwards. In fact, the cap played a minor role in slave manumission ceremony. It's linked with Phrygia in Minor Asia. It's also tenuous. The idea seems to have been that Phrygia was a source of slaves who the idea seems to have been that Phrygia was a source of slaves who, when freed, if freed, would once again don their traditional headgear. Whatever the truth, the Phrygian cap was picked up and used as a symbol of liberty and a struggle for freedom by libertarians as well during the Enlightenment. The Phrygian cap and French bonnet, Phrygian, is almost invariably depicted in red and is sometimes called red cap, bonnet rouge, or liberty cap, bonnet de liberté. It was used by a series of revolutionaries who seem to have picked up the symbol one from another. There is some doubt as to whether the French revolutionaries got it from the American revolutionaries or whether the American revolutionaries got it from pre-revolutionary French ideologies, since the American Revolution came a few years before the French American iconography can be used as a sort of introduction. The Liberty Cap is one of the generally recognized symbols of sovereignty, not mentioned in Article 2 of the French Constitution of 1958, which refers only to le drapeau tricolore, blue, blanc et rouge, the French flag, l'hymne national, le national anthem de Marseille et la devise de République, le motto Liberté, Égalité et Fraternité. The Liberty Cap in North America, the Liberty Cap in North America colonies, the Liberty Cap was used perhaps a little melodramatically by the Sons of Liberty in 1765. During the American Revolution, some soldiers who fought for the rebel cause wore knitted stocking liberty caps of red. Sometimes they had the motto Liberty or Death knitted into the band. The style of the cap was common in the Northeast, possibly reflecting French influence. Jonathan, the allegorical figure of colonial New England, is sometimes shown wearing a liberty cap. Liberty caps were sometimes held aloft on a liberty pole during the American Revolutionary War as a symbol of freedom. It is not clear whether the ideas of using these caps was imported from France. The Liberty Cap, or sometimes like it was already associated with revolt against established authority in France. The revolt of the Red Caps, for example, was a series of riots in Brittany in 1675 triggered by Colbert's taxes. The Liberty Cap, oddly a golden one, features in the arms of New York, the original national capital of the USA. The Dexter supporter to the arms is blazoned as follows. The Liberty Cap in France, the Phrygian Cap in French, bonnet Phrygien, is also known in French as the Liberty Cap, bonnet de liberté, or as a red cap, bonnet rouge. It was adapted during the French Revolution. Liberty is sometimes shown wearing a Phrygian cap, so is Marianne. Representations of the soldiers in the French Revolutionary Army show them wearing the Liberty caps as part of their uniforms, in the picture on the right. Also, in the 80 Years' War in the Dutch Revolution, Dutch Guises were shown wearing liberty caps. The liberty cap in France, in revolutionary France, the use of the liberty cap is documented from 1789, but the cap became a popular symbol only in the spring of 1790. It was initially worn by the goddess of liberty and the nation, the latter morphing into Marianne. In 1792, it became part of the uniform of the sans-culotte. In revolutionary France, the use of the Liberty Cap is documented from 1789, but the cap became a popular symbol only in the spring of 1790. It was initially worn by the goddess Liberty of the nation, the latter morphing into Marianne. In 1792, it became part of the uniform of the sans-culotte. On 20 June 1792, King Louis XVI was obliged to don a liberty cap by a crowd that had stormed the palace of Tuileries. Tuileries, well, I'm fucking butchering this name, fuck that. When the Archbishop of Paris was forced to resign his duties, he was made to replace his mitre with the red cap of liberty. After the fall of the French monarchy, the liberty cap became more common. It coiffed representations of liberty, sometimes sitting, sometimes standing. It also appeared on top of pikes and flagpoles, liberty trees, fasces of unity, triangles of equity, and atop the scales of justice. By 1793, members of the Assemblies of Paris were obliged to wear a liberty cap. The convention accepted this as a national symbol and had placed it on the French seal state of the Republic and also on the milestones to replace the royal fleur de lis. The cap was clearly regarded as an important icon always to have been associated with the more extreme revolutionaries, and so has always faded into the background during periods of stability, when French governments are keen to discourage new revolutionary ideas under the consulate. The capped liberty was replaced by a less revolutionary helmet Minerva. Liberty caps were removed from all public monuments. And so we have a great reset again, just removing it from all the monuments and supplementing it with something else. Napoleon is reported to have detested the Phrygian Cap. Well, yes, of course, the Phrygian Cap represents freedom and unity, and Napoleon hijacked the revolution and became Emperor of the French, making it essentially an empire. The Second Republic insurrectionists forced the provisionary government to add a liberty cap on the white stripe of the French tricolor flag. Around February 1848, the cap then disappeared again, not only from the flag, but also from the French seal of state of the Second Republic. And I actually want to say that I think the Second Republic, this was the genuine one, because they also changed the calendar, and I can put the story in here, but they made the weeks 10 days, etc. And they changed it back from the Julian change calendar that's made by the Jesuits, aka the Jews. So the fucking Bonaparte, he hated the Liberty Cap because he was the emperor of the French. Of course, he hated the Liberty Cap. Other countries elsewhere, the cap was incorporated into the symbol of the late 18th century Irish revolutionary movement known as the Society of the United Irishmen. It also carried over to Latin American revolutionaries of the 1920s. The cap appeared on Mexican coins and much more, as I show you in this video. The Phrygian cap before it became a liberty cap. Before the Phrygian Cap became to symbolize freedom of revolutionary fervor, it had another signification in the West. It was a symbol associated with the East. Indeed, it seems to have been worn by a range of peoples in the Balkan, Asia Minor, Macedon, Thracia, Dacia, and Iran. Forward pointing tops, perhaps mimicking Phrygian caps, or otherwise said, it's a connection in the Aryan the peoples from before the reset. The Phrygian cap was worn by the god Mithras, and he was the savior. So the Phrygian cap was also worn by the god Mithras, and it also goes into the Maitreya. The Maitreya is an avatar-like figure, a guy who's always on the planet to teach humanity. And who is this Mithras? He was a savior in the dualist Persian tradition, based on the Zoroastrian religion. Mithras was a forerunner of the savior god, the Jesus Christ, the Krishna, who borrowed Mithras' halo, his birthday, and his temple on the Vatican Hill in Rome, but not his Phrygian hat. The same headgear also features on the head of the three magi in all depictions of them, making them as being from the east. Like the depictions from the church in Ravenna, the name Magi denotes Zoroastrian priests from Persia and Egypt. So we have had multiple resets. There's been a lot of wars going on, a lot of natural cataclysms, and about global manipulators leading us all into war. And when we are at war, they take advantage of the situation, monopolize all the trades, monopolize energy, etc., to enslave the people. It's all about enslaving the people. They've been at it for 1,000 years, and this Phrygian cap for me symbolizes the remembrance of the old world and to stand up against the new world order. This is for freedom, a symbol of freedom, not a symbol of liberty. This is what they changed it into. They morphed from freedom to liberty. Liberty is bullshit. We need freedom. But this icon, this symbol, is now going to be ours. We're going to use it as the symbol of freedom, the symbol of revolution, of our new revolution, and we need to do it the right way this time, because in the past it's all been used against us. All right, they've used. So you must imagine, let's say right now we're living in Europe. Let's say we're living in the Netherlands and we're used to a nice life. We have a lot of money, for example, and we go out and we have all the fine things in life. And suddenly comes hardship, comes war. And after, what you do after the war has ended? Okay, the war has ended. And now what? These new rulers want to destroy old world technology, want to destroy the beautiful heritage, want to destroy the beautiful buildings. So the people living in those times get disgruntled. They go mad and they revolt against this new world order. And this is what I believe the Phrygian cap symbolizes. These people wearing the Phrygian cap were aware of their ancient past, and the last who were this were the Nazis and the Germans and the fascists. And that's very interesting. This fascist symbol as well. Why were they using this? And this fascist symbol, is it actually that bad? Is fascism actually bad? Well, let's question everything in life, because what I say, most of what you're told is bullshit, utter bullshit. And we need to get to the truth, and we need to get to the hang of this. All you need to do to destroy the truth or to change history is just educate the children wrong. So we need to start by educating our children right. I will leave the orphan trains and the insane asylums for other videos. But we have been enslaved, and they're going through this again and again and again, and they're trying it again. And we're gonna stop this because we are smarter now. We have technology and we can do something about it. We can stand up and unite like never before. Never before ever in world history could we connect with billions of people at the same time and share our story and share our word. Your voice can be heard, so this is my opinion, and I'm fucking done with this. We need to do something about this. We need to stand up. It's time for a global fucking revolution. Also, why are the Dark Ages called the Dark Ages? They weren't dark at all. There was a lot of things happening over there. What is the Holy Roman Empire? Why are the Germans the Holy Roman Empire? What is going on over there? What really happened during the French Revolution? What really happened during the Napoleonic Wars? We need to know this. And after that, they came with World War One. They threw it on us. They threw World War Two on us. And we had the last remnants, the people who said, we come from an ancient peoples, from a highly sophisticated, civilized peoples, and they are trying to destroy our world. Those were the fascists and the National Socialists of World War II. They made the last stand from the old world against the Bolshevik New World Order, because that's what's happening. Global communism. They destroyed all these technologies to create monopolies. It started with these robber barons. They brought in the maritime law. They made the monopoly on energy. They destroyed, killed, haunted everybody who was against them. So what the fuck is going on in the world right now? With all these technologies, we have internet, we have everything. Free books online, you can look it up. You want to make a goddamn rocket? You can study rocket science online nowadays. So fucking do it. We need to make Earth great again. Yes, we can. So let us look at the following videos where I make a compilation of the Phrygian Cap. I've collected some wonderful old world pictures that you won't find anywhere else, and I'm gonna explain to you what the Phrygian Cap's history is, how I implement it, and why I see it as a symbol of the fight for freedom and the bringing of a new renaissance to this world. Because that's what we need. We need a new renaissance. We need to bring back all these free technologies so we can make Earth great again. Yes, everybody needs to be independent. Energy independent, food independent, water independent. It is we the people. Yes, we can make Earth great again. And you know what it is, free humanity. So it's definitely a hijacked symbol of freedom, and many people will think and connect this to the Mithras and to the occult, and will say, "Oh, it's demons, it's evil." But what I'm saying is just the remembrance of the old world, and what many of these secret societies ought to be doing, and what they're supposed to be doing, is safeguarding these secrets of the old world so they don't get lost. While in these great resets, in these Bolshevik communist revolutions and whatnot, when they're destroying all these technologies and shit, there are people who are trying to keep this. Yeah. But now it's all being used for malevolent reasons, not benevolent ones. They're all trying to use this for evil reasons. And I'm going to use it again for what it's supposed to, for a good reason: revolution, the freedom of humanity. Throughout the ages, the Phrygian Cap, or the Liberty Cap, the Freedom Cap is my name for it, has been a symbol and an icon for revolution and the struggle against the New World Order. So we are going to use it again and frighten the Satanists to the core. Humanity. So yes, it is time for a global revolution. No more little me. What can I do? Everybody can help. We need to put our fists together, our hands together, and we will work hard and we will get there. Make Earth great again. Free humanity. That's what we're going to do, and we'll achieve that with God's grace. Allahu Akbar. So keep reading and keep praying. Now is the time. Join the revolution. Yes, we can. All together. We the people, we have the power. And that's how it's going to be, and that's how it is. God is the greatest, and God is with the people who believe in Him, who worship Him. And we worship God. We love God. And that's why they hate us. That's why they fight us. But we cannot give up. We the people, we will conquer that world. Green, the whole planet. Fuck the desert. We're gonna turn it into a goddamn battery. So that was it for today. But you need to stay tuned because I'm gonna have a whole bunch more interesting stuff. And you need to tell me exactly what you want to hear about. Because even though I have a whole bucket list of videos I want to make, it's certainly important what my viewers want to see. So please like and subscribe, join the channel, join my locals, and I see you in the next video. God's peace and blessings be with you. Ma salama.